Hi, my name is Zach Hamilton. I'm here to talk about Sarcophagus. I'm one of the initial builders among a plethora of other people all around the world that have contributed to this open source project. In short, we've built a deadman switch. This deadman switch runs on Ethereum and Arweave. If you're not familiar with Arweave, I highly suggest you look into it. The endowment-based payment system and censorship resistance is truly incredible, and it's one of the technologies that have made this even possible. So again, if you're not already familiar, a deadman switch is a trigger that is activated upon the failure of the human operator to perform an action. Um, if you're talking about a suicide vest, that is when someone lets off the trigger and the vest detonates. If you're talking about a train, that is when the operator, say, falls asleep and the train comes to a stop by itself. Deadman switches have been used for centuries in multitudes of ways. But as far as we've seen, no one has given the power of this unlimited failure of action to an individual by using the power of strong cryptography in all of our hands. So the things like MetaMask, things like Ethereum, and really the penetration into the number of users that makes this possible, I think is a really good time for a tool like this. This tool is not meant to be fast. It's not meant to be cheap. It's meant to be final and robust. So, please forgive the roughness around the edges of maybe some things like copy or design. We're building this in a way that is, I guess, more important than copy and design. Those things can be updated. So we can get into how it works later at a later date. You're welcome to look through the light paper that will go through all the exact specifics of why these different curves are in here. They'll go into the specifics of the token flows, why there's a token at all, what kind of token that is, whatever. And then, we can talk a little bit more today about where we're at. So the application is completely live on testnet. We are actively testing that. People are able to create sarcophagi. They're able to get sent out to our third-party node operators, and the payment functions are working between the two. Another thing that we did when we first launched the token was create liquidity mining. Liquidity mining does nothing but distribute Sarco tokens, 1% of the total supply of the tokens, over the course of a year. So you can see 1% of the total supply is a million. We've got 100 million token fixed supply. It's going to distribute these out per second in direct proportion to someone's ownership of the total locked stablecoin pool at that second. So you can see we've got like 1.3 million in here right now. It's been going up and down. But when these stablecoins are in this contract, they're doing nothing. So they're doing nothing other than earning sarcophagus. It's an opportunity cost based, we call it a win sock, because we want to know what the market thinks. We want to know what the general public thinks without them emailing or talking to humans. We want to try to remove as much trust as humanly possible. So like I said, we're live on testnet. We will be on mainnet very shortly. We've also done a lot of other things around the back end of this. This isn't just an application run by some random startup. We have a full governance system. If you want to stake your Sarco tokens, we run on Aragon. As you can see, the DAO is fully funded with all of our tokens that have been allocated to these different addresses. This DAO is then voted. Some people vote on the DAO with their Sarco tokens one-to-one to figure out what to do with these treasury tokens. Or as you can see, a lot of them are already spoken for on things like archaeologist bonding incentive. Brings me to my next slide here, which is just the archaeologist incentives, or the incentives that we're currently offering and will be offering in the future. Hopefully we can go through these in more detail, but in short, we're trying to get a completely autonomous, decentralized network off the ground by using the power that has been created by this global network of strangers. And we are very excited to have everyone in this room, or everyone here, to be part of it. Thank you.